Welcome, brave souls, to another chilling episode of Secrets of the Undead. Tonight, we're diving into the terrifying stories from one of the most infamous locations in the world, an abandoned asylum that has stood vacant for decades. This is no ordinary abandoned building. With its haunted halls and dark past, it's a place where the spirits of those who once lived here are said to still roam. But the most terrifying part, the accounts of paranormal experiences from those brave enough to explore it. Let's step inside, shall we? Located in the outskirts of a quiet town, this asylum once housed hundreds of patients suffering from mental illness in the early 20th century. Overcrowded and underfunded, the asylum was notorious for its inhumane treatments. As stories of abuse and neglect spread, rumors of hauntings began to surface. The building was finally abandoned in the 1960s, but what happened to the patients and the staff remains a mystery. Could their spirits still be trapped within these decaying walls? One night, a group of amateur ghost hunters decided to investigate. Armed with cameras and EVP, electronic voice phenomena recorders, they entered the asylum, hoping to capture evidence of the supernatural. As they walked down a long, narrow corridor, they heard a faint whisper, almost like someone calling their name. They thought it was just the wind, until they reviewed the footage. The voice on the recording wasn't a whisper, it was a clear, "Get out." Could it be the voice of a patient still trying to escape? Or perhaps something darker? Another disturbing encounter took place when a local woman, Rachel, entered the asylum alone. She had heard the stories, but was skeptical. As she explored the dark hallways, she suddenly felt a cold hand on her shoulder. Spinning around, she found no one. The air was thick with an unsettling silence, but when she turned to leave, she saw it, a woman in an old nurse's uniform, her face twisted in agony, staring at her. Rachel ran out of the asylum, never to return, but her encounter wasn't the last. Others have claimed to see the nurse's ghost, eternally roaming the halls where her soul remains trapped. One of the most terrifying experiences occurred when a paranormal investigator, Mark, stayed overnight in the asylum. He had heard about the shadow figure that was said to stalk the hallways, and he was determined to capture it on camera. As he set up his equipment in the main ward, he suddenly felt a sharp, icy sensation crawl up his spine. Turning, he saw a large, dark figure standing at the end of the hallway, watching him. It was tall, with long limbs, and its eyes, if it even had eyes, burned with a malevolent energy. He attempted to move closer, but the figure vanished into thin air. The footage, however, showed something disturbing. The shadow seemed to follow him, always just out of reach, lurking in the corner of every frame. Despite the horrific encounters, investigators continue to venture into the asylum, but none have ever been able to spend the night without feeling a sense of dread. Some have even reported strange, unexplained noises, loud banging on walls or doors opening and closing on their own. Yet no one has been able to capture definitive proof. The asylum seems to have a way of hiding its secrets, keeping them locked away in its rotting walls. Perhaps it's a place better left undisturbed. As the years pass, more people venture into the asylum, despite the warnings from locals. But the asylum remains relentless, hiding its secrets, and it is said that those who enter are never quite the same afterward. Some claim to experience strange dreams, while others report a constant feeling of being watched. And then there are those who claim that after visiting the asylum, they can hear whispers of people who are no longer alive, calling to them from beyond the grave. Is the asylum truly haunted, Or is it simply the echo of a tragic history? Whatever the truth, it's clear that the spirits of the past refuse to be forgotten. To this day, the asylum remains a place of mystery, its haunted halls holding the restless spirits of the past. The question remains, are the ghosts of the patients and staff still trapped here? Or is there something more sinister lurking in the shadows? If you ever decide to visit, remember, not all haunted places are ready to be uncovered. Some secrets, once revealed, can never be forgotten. Thank you for joining us in tonight's journey into the unknown. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more terrifying tales from the secrets of the undead.